story about how hypnotherapy helped me to release one of my biggest fears in my life, which was public speaking. So if you've been following me for a while, many of you already kind of know the story, but I used to be so scared of talking in front of people to the point where I would have like internal panic attacks. I remember working at Amazon, and I was a part of the KTR program, which was where we deep dived into customer issues and finding solutions to those problems. And I was asked to basically share with a group of probably 30 people, maybe, of what our findings were in our little deep dive. And I remember being absolutely terrified, like so scared. Everybody's eyes were on me, and I just remember being so scared. I was stuttering through my words, and I just remember after I got done speaking, like my whole body just had massive goosebumps, and I got really, really cold. And I just remember feeling like this is not like, I don't like this. I don't like how I feel. Another experience I had was also at Amazon, my manager was going to be out of town, and he asked me to to actually conduct our team meeting for the week. And I believe at that time I think there was like 15 of us. There wasn't even that many of us. And I just remember having to like keep on expressing to everybody in the group, like, hey, this is just letting you guys know, like, this is not my thing. And I just felt like I had to just keep expressing myself. And I was just like really, really nervous and really scared. And it just was something that I really wanted to release. And at that time, I wasn't really doing my personal self-development yet. Fast forward to a year later, because this was all that I just expressed was all in 2017. 2018 is when I started my self-development journey, and I started EFT tapping, and that actually didn't start until 2019. So 2019 is when I started using EFT tapping to release the fear of public speaking. So that's where I started. But I realized then I was still needing help with that. And what I mean by that is I ended up moving to a different department, and on Amazon, I was a moderator for social media, and on that team, we did weekly huddles, and I worked from home, so I had to get on, a Zoom call with everybody once a week, and we had to talk, and my manager at the time was really big on gratitude, and we had to go around and talk about like what we were grateful for, which I absolutely loved, but I was still very much holding a lot of fear around public speaking. The anxiety level had gone down a little bit from doing the EFT tapping, but I was still feeling really nervous and like just really kind of like it was just very off-putting for me to like speak in front of people at the time. It wasn't until my beautiful bestie asked me to be her maid of honor at her wedding. I knew right then and there, I was like, I have got to figure this out. I do not want to be giving my speech or worse, tell her I can't give a speech because I'm scared. I didn't want that for myself. And at that time, I had been introduced to hypnotherapy, and I was actively utilizing hypnotherapy. And so I dived into the release the fear of public speaking hypnosis audio by none other than the beautiful Grace Smith, who is actually my teacher, who actually gave me my certification as a hypnotherapist. So really amazing woman. But anyways, I started utilizing this hypnosis audio, and I did it for 90 days. I did it 90 days leading up to my best friend's wedding. And let me tell you, when it came time for the wedding and having to speak and all of that, I noticed that I had literally little to no anxiety. I wasn't scared, I wasn't nervous, I wasn't anything. I even refrained from drinking. People were drinking a little bit of champagne before we got started with the ceremony, and I opted out of it. I was like, nope, not doing it. And I just went through the whole process, and so when it came time to give the speech, I felt a sense of confidence. I felt really liberated. I felt just inspired and excited to speak. And mind you, I believe there was over 100, 150 people at this wedding. And I was able to give a speech. And let me tell you, after everything was said and done, the reception was going. Everybody, well, the reception was already going, obviously, because I gave the speech, but the reception continued on. Everybody's having a good time. And I had people coming up to me telling me how beautiful my speech was. And I think what really did it for me was when the groom's best man came up to me and said, "How did you do that?" He's like, "I couldn't do the speech." Like, he couldn't do the speech. It had to be one of the groomsmen to give the speech because the best man had fear around doing a speech. So the fact that he was coming up to me and saying he thought I did an amazing job and he was asking me how the fuck I did it, I looked at him and I was like, hypnosis, hypnotherapy, that's what helped me. And his eyes kind of got all big and whatnot. But this tool is absolutely amazing. The fact that I went from having literal panic attacks speaking to less than 10, 15, 20 people to speaking to over 100, 150 people, giving a speech about somebody that is really important in my life, it's just amazing to me. So that is why I became certified in this field, and that's what I am so passionate about, helping others, because I feel like it is the most effective tool that we can use to help rewire the subconscious mind and make long-lasting change. I love what I do, and I love helping others. So comment below if you're ready to transform your life, and let's work together, bestie. I love you.